Hey, hi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Lisa J.
Right.
Stocks, and this is Prez the Investor.
The
Hello,
one and
everyone.
only.
So, Prez, how's your week been?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm a little
Same here.
tired. So, Prez, give me an update. Is this going to be our normal time slot, or what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we'll see how it turns out, but I like the actual time, but you did just say you're tired, so hmm.
I told you that. I didn't tell everybody that.
Oh.
All right. So, let's get started, guys. Oh, let me put this on so I can see. I don't have this on the chat. Where I guess no one's chatting. There's no comments. Is everything working? Can somebody drop me a comment and let me know if the chat is working?
Let's see. I see 5 people in the chat. Hello to everyone. Please be sure to hit the like button on your way in. We will greatly appreciate it. Let's see here.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how to do what I'm doing. Oh, there it is.
Benny
Okay.
Mac, what's up with the new time? Yes, some things have changed in my personal life, so we have to switch to a new time. I do apologize. Hopefully, it's not too late for everyone, but we're here.
All right. So let's get started, Prez. Thank you guys for dropping the comments. Thank you guys whoever is out there tuning in so far. Um, it is working. I know
Bubble
the
Chaser
feeling.
says this
I
is a
know
good
the
time.
feeling. I
Yeah.
know the feeling working 7 days. All right. So, Prez, what let's talk a little bit about the week ahead. What is coming up? All right. So I have Netflix and Procter and Gamble down. They're having their earnings this week. Anything else? Any significant companies or any recent data? I don't think there's anything new coming out, but do you have any thoughts on any recent economic data that came out?
It's coming out as basically a little slightly better than as expected.
Mhm.
Um, I believe that the Fed is going to stay the course. He's going to say what he always says. He's going to make his decisions meeting by meeting according to the data. Now, what do we have this upcoming week? I'm scrolling through the calendar as we speak behind the scenes. I don't really
I
see
didn't see
much.
anything. I didn't see anything. I pulled up the, calendar from, Webull. But yeah,
No, we
Netflix.
don't really have anything, but other than unemployment data coming up on Thursday,
Mhm,
initial jobless claims that's coming up on Thursday. Now, Friday, I don't see anything of any significance on Friday either.
yeah. So there are more banks having their earnings this week. I know Discover's having their earnings,
Mhm.
but Netflix is Wednesday and P&G is Friday. But there are others, but I think those are some of the most notable. Um, so I was tuned in on the other night, I think it was Thursday night, to watch
Mhm.
the Robo Taxi event. So it was 10, I'm on the East Coast, so it was 10 p.m. for me. And I had it on my phone for I would say a good 55 minutes, just watching swirly things going and
Right.
the event not starting. 100,000 people plus in the chat waiting. So I was I was like, this is so ridiculous. Did you watch any of it live, Press?
Not live. I went over a brief summary
Uh-huh.
because I was, doing this and doing that. So I really didn't have the chance. But I did see people posting on Twitter that it didn't start on time and they was getting a little frustrated and antsy because it hasn't started yet. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll find out whenever it does start.
Yeah, by the time it got started, I was kind of just a little tired, and I had the same attitude as you. I'll catch the clips and the summaries later on, but overall, I think that and I kind of touched on this in a recent video where I showed Elon at Trump's rally and just
Mhm.
his presence and his just constantly, he's not the norm. He doesn't keep quiet. He says this, he's out there, he's on Twitter, he's responding to people.
Mm,
He's just acting like a rock star. But he says things and just brings all this buzz, but when it comes to companies and our stocks and our investments, of course, we want detail. We want transparency. We don't want more uh we don't want to be left with questions. We want answers. We want definitive timelines. And he's already
mm,
been having us dragging on kind of for the last decade about this autonomous vehicle. And it seems like in some ways, Waymo and other people, if are not passing, they're catching up. So
right.
um we will see. Did you watch any clips about the robots and how they were interacting with the people at the event?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I did see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that concerns me about the robo taxi thing, and of course, it seems as if that's the direction that society is going. Now, what about the gig economy as far as the Uber drivers and your DoorDash drivers and things of that nature? Pretty soon, they could be possibly without a way of, getting some of that gig money. A lot of people do that for a living. I'm one who has had to resort to that at one point in time in my life, man. It can be lucrative at times, but then there's other days where you wish you would have just saved your gas. You understand what I'm saying? So this whole robo taxi thing, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it just yet.
Um, yeah, I was talking to you one day and you were like, I should be a little open to considering it for
Mm,
extra side money doing Uber. And I'm like, no, I'd rather do I was like, Fred, you're not getting what I'm trying to paint the picture of. I think I'm trying to paint the picture of, yeah, I buy the car and the car goes and does the work itself.
yeah.
I was talking to you about can't think of the name of it. Toro, about, renting out the car.
Yeah,
Uh
it's similar to like Airbnb, but it's for a car.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
renting renting out the car, and I'm like, "No, Prez, I want to stay home and the car go." I let the car out to do what it gotta do with some other driver without me
Mm.
having to do the work, and yeah, this is what we are leaning towards. So, I think what are your thoughts on people how are we gonna manage? How is a regular person gonna manage? We have to I think this is a key point that we're trying to drive to people is invest, make your money grow because we don't know what can happen and we can't fight the innovation and the things that are coming, the technology and potentially eliminating our jobs and it being impacted like this. So what does it make you think when so many, jobs that could be an extra job or it could be something for someone that doesn't have a necessarily specific skill can do is now could be taken away by AI and different technology.
I would say social media platforms monetize yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be about finance per se. I'm sure it's something that everyone in this chat likes to talk about, and they feel as though they're pretty good at speaking on this particular subject. Like for me, for an example, I'm a diehard WWE wrestling fan. I could talk about wrestling all day long. You understand what I'm saying? That could be an idea for another potential stream of income somewhere down the line for myself. Like one of these days, you're gonna see me on YouTube talking about wrestling and
Mhm.
still have this same channel at the same time. You understand? So it's always other avenues to where as though you just gotta be smart about things and know when to pivot in life when life throws you that curveball.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that tip of, whatever you're doing, we happen to wanted to start our channels with finance. Prez's has other channels. This is the only channel I've ever had so far. But
Mhm.
whatever you're doing, turn on that camera and learn how to edit and put it together in the best way possible. and it could potentially could be something extra for you. Nothing wrong with that. I
I
definitely
think I
got.
did my very first video in my car on my lunch break at work.
Mhm.
I think I did, yeah. It wasn't even a lunch break, it was a 15-minute break. I went outside. I had what I wanted to say in my head from the time I clocked in at work. I said, when I take my first break, I'm gonna go out ahead and just go ahead and just shoot my first video. I don't even remember what it was about because I no longer have it.
Uh-huh.
I think I ended up deleting it, but it sucked.
I've only done a video from my car for, like, for members. I haven't done a regular video like that yet. At least I've always been, maybe not here, but
Hmm.
at least inside of the house. But I have taped videos in my car. I have taped videos at work, but, like, in a
Right.
conference room or something, I kinda just went to the corner and did my video real quick. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do, especially if it's something that you want to get out there while it's still trending and
Hmm.
interesting. So, the robots, you said you did see the Tesla robot. They said
Yeah.
they're going to be like 20 to $30,000, and of course, Elon thinks that this is going to be like in almost every home in the future.
Terminator 2, y'all. Here
Yeah,
we
I
go.
know, I know.
Here we
I know
go.
Prez would not like to see that because I don't think that's your thing at all.
I've been saying that for the longest. Like, I mean, we can laugh about it, but it's like it's no form of technology ever created on this earth that has not been weaponized. So it's cool in one way if it's used for good, but what about when they start trying to use it for bad? It's like it's kind of scary a little bit. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, anything like that. Just something to have in your head. Like I don't want to be all gung ho for artificial intelligence, and then we start seeing real Terminator 2 robots running around pulling us over for a rolling stop, and, and they don't have any human emotions. You understand what I'm saying? Ooh, I don't know,
Well, we
but
will see. But there's
it's nothing
delays.
wrong with is there's nothing wrong with making money off of these corporations, being as though like if this is the way that the society is going, why not capitalize on it and own some of these companies? Own your little share of the company.
Realist said he's tired of hearing Elon's name. Well, listen, I'm a shareholder, so I have to keep up with what's going on with Tesla. Um, so yeah, we will see what happens, but the timeline, it seems very up in the air, and
Hmm.
we will have to see what's going on with the full self-driving software, because I guess that has some regulatory approval and delays going on. So yeah, they're trying to put out the robo taxi and the truck and the van and the bus or whatever sizes he has going on, as well as this affordable EV. He says next year, but time will tell. We will see.
Hmm.
So, Prez, you were mentioning a little bit about what happened with Uber after the event. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't have known ahead of time, but I was listening to some other creators, including like Larry Jones and Chris Sane, talking about the like you were saying, that sympathy play
Right.
and seeing the potential struggle, delays, whatever's going on, and then Uber suddenly pushing up at the end of the week.
Hmm.
So, what did you see in the news on that topic?
I saw that it pretty much had a rally after the news of from the Robo Taxi event, simply because from what I'm seeing from the outside looking in, is that the company feels more safe because this robo taxi thing is going to be delayed. It's not going to be. It's going to be coming later, more later than sooner. So they feel as though they're safe as a company. Me personally, I don't know. Once the robo taxi becomes a popular thing and you get mass adoption, what's going to happen with those Uber drivers? What's going to happen with those Lyft drivers and the DoorDash drivers and things like that? Because it's
Mhm.
not going to just be transporting people; it's going to be transporting probably food too. So I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it.
Yes, yes. So Vinny's sharing that the Tesla's earnings are coming up on the 23rd. Yeah, I had the wrong date on my home page, but I updated that. So
Hmm.
that's coming up next week. So yep, we'll be seeing we'll be hearing Elon's name more. Sorry, sorry realists. This is going to be a couple of weeks of hearing about Tesla often, I think. Every good intention.
That's one earning call. I tried to listen to one of them. I was like, man, I can't even. Like this guy's not even talking straight. He just stuttering, and I'm like, oh man, it was a mess.
All right.
Fast
So
said he
yeah.
said he moving to the moon.
Oh,
I'm not leaving. I just want to be able to start a farm one day. I don't know how to farm, but I'm willing to learn. As many homesteading channels that I've been watching on YouTube, I done learned quite a bit.
mhm. Okay. So what else? Any other companies? What else do we have here? So Palantir, it's been not long since September, around the 18th of September. So less than a month since I believe they were officially added to the S&P index along with
Right.
Dell, that same. So the S&P rebalances quarterly and Palantir was an addition in the last update. And they've seen a significant surge since that announcement. Do you have Palantir in your portfolio?
Yes,
I do.
I
I,
do.
I
Yes,
do not.
it's a very small amount. Like it's not
Mhm.
even a whole share just yet.
Okay.
But my average cost on it is like $22 and some change now. And I'm just like, I wish I was able to buy more, but I'm glad I didn't because I don't want to unbalance my portfolio. Like Palantir still has a lot yet to prove as far as how long can this company last, how much more can this company grow, and things of that nature. In my eyes, I feel as though it still has a lot more to prove. It's like it's pretty much the new kid on the block, but it
Mhm.
has been performing really, really well. So I'm willing to invest a very small amount of my portfolio into it to this day. Now,
Okay.
one day that my feelings on Palantir may change and I may decide to increase that position size, but right now I'm going to keep it. I'm going to play it safe because we're gonna see what happens on the and when the next bear market. We're gonna see how everything happens in the next bear market. That's what I'm mentally preparing for. That's what I'm financially preparing for. I'm preparing for the next market crash because I plan on really taking advantage of this one. This my this gonna be my cycle right here.
Okay, okay. So, thanks for tuning in, Don. Don is already anticipating an earnings miss from Tesla. I'm not sure what we were saying. Trudy's over here laughing at us.
That indeed could be possible. I mean, we can only speculate when it comes to that. Now, if they do miss, you can best believe I'm going to be looking to pick some up for the low because it's going to fall off of a cliff. But I'm not afraid because
Mhm,
I see where technology is going, and Tesla is a really really good company. I didn't get into it for the hype. I got into it for the potential of the future of the company. Like I don't care about the volatility. I'm not worried about becoming a Tesla millionaire tomorrow. I'm looking years down the road. Like I'm if it was a fall to $100, I wouldn't be afraid. And my
mhm.
average is somewhere in the $200 range. So I wouldn't even be afraid. I would just be like, well, let me try to see if I can get this cost average down because I believe in Tesla. I've done my research and I didn't buy it because I saw content creators putting it in the thumbnail. I bought it because I really did my research. I can't go outside and not see a Tesla. You understand what I'm saying? I can look out the window right now and see a Tesla parked right outside right now. So
Yeah. I wish I had bought more when it came down to 139. I think that was back in April.
mhm.
Um, but so many examples like that I can give. I
Yeah.
wish I went harder, wish I had more confidence, or wish I, you know, especially with Nvidia, which I also have on the list here. Any new thoughts or any new news that you've seen on Nvidia lately?
I haven't seen any news. I actually haven't. I've been busy all this week, so I've been really trying to, read my notifications as they come. Like I
Yeah.
really haven't had a chance to sit down on my computer and just go through news articles and stuff like that. I do apologize for that. But what I will say about Nvidia, I wish it would just come down. I wish it would just come down and stay down for a little while and cool off and all the hype dies off of it so that I'm able to accumulate more. That's
Yeah.
my wishes for Nvidia.
So Nvidia does have some ties that can, overlap with Tesla,
Hmm.
um, as far as their products that are going to be essential in the autonomous vehicles. So we can see if there it will be any aligning between the two companies and the vision of getting these robo taxi network really improved when it comes to what Tesla's goals are, because NVIDIA's GPUs are on demand across so many different things. So
Hmm.
they might impact the two companies might have to, work together and said they have a huge demand for Blackwell chip. Yes, I think that's their newest chip that's out that they've been working on.
I did briefly see a headline about that. I didn't never get into it. I marked it off, like I bookmarked it, and I was gonna read up on it, but I never got a chance to go click back onto it. But I was saying something about that new chip. Backyard Trucker, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Hopefully all is well on your end. That's amazing. He
Mhm.
pulled the truck over just long enough to say hi to the to us.
How you know he's out trucking right now?
Just a wild guess. Every time I
Oh,
get a notification, he's driving. I tune him as long as I can, or have him running in the background. I saw Bubble Chaser saying something about, or was that Bubble Chaser? No, it was Jeff that said something about Cava. I don't have a Cava in my location as well, so I never had their food, but I have heard about their it's a lot of buzz going on about their food, but I never had it before.
okay. So do I have something highlighted right now? Let me see. I really can't see. Mhm.
Yeah, GTA 6, I'm patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting for
Oh, yes, Backyard Trucker is home resting, I hope, having a
awesome.
good evening off. Okay, here it is. Sometimes when I click things, I cannot find it back. But yeah, what else? Oh, the S&P hit a all-time high again.
Again,
So, but I have no idea. I'm going to ask you a question I don't have an answer to. So, about how much longer do you think before it hits 6,000?
I have no idea. I'm getting worried. I'm actually getting worried. I'm like, shh, it's about to come crashing down any day now. And I keep being wrong. I just can't keep constantly being wrong. That just goes to show that we can't time the market. We can't time the market, y'all. Only thing we could do is stay consistent and stay the course and buy good companies and try your best to increase your income, especially once the market do decides it wants to come down. What are you going to do? Hopefully you didn't buy a whole bunch of hype stocks and your portfolio bleeding out 50, 60% in the next bear market. I hope I don't get anybody in my chat saying anything like that, because that's not the type of channel that I have to try to hype up companies and things like that just for a quick buck. Like, I'm a long-term investor first and foremost. Yeah, I do dip and dab into trading because at that point in time in my life, I felt as though I had to. I acquired the skill, so I had to use it to get through. You understand what I'm saying? But am I sitting here trying to promote people that's not currently in the market at all to start off feet to the ground, running into the trading atmosphere? Nah, because you're going to end up losing your money and you're going to be upset. I would much rather you take the time to invest into good companies first and foremost, and then and only then, once you have a good amount size portfolio built up to where as though your trading account is only a small portion of that large portfolio you've been building up over time and you still being consistent with it, then start looking into trading. But other than that, be an investor first. I can't stop saying that. I'm gonna say it every week.
Mhm. And some people are gonna listen and others will not. And you don't even have to be a trader. You do not have to
No,
get
you
to that
don't.
stage. You don't. In my opinion, because I dated for a long time. I would say it's only been in the last 6 years that I did options or
Mhm.
trading, just regular shares. But, I'm
And
sh
that's prime example. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's prime example right there because you have a nice size portfolio built out to where as though when you do get into a trade, your emotions aren't in it. You understand what I'm saying? At all because you already know you have this nice size nest egg you've been consistently building over time to where as though when you're ready to leave the game, you good versus
Yeah,
you
I
just
have
getting into
to
the game and you don't have nothing. You start out trying to trade your way
yeah,
into two, and then to go try to buy the portfolio. It don't work like that. You're gonna end up getting into trades, and your feelings gonna be into it, and
yeah,
you're gonna see results of people who've been trading longer than you and they have larger accounts than you. You're gonna try to follow and mimic what you see,
mhm.
and that's not the way. That's not the path that I would like to see people take. I just, if I could try to prevent you from taking that path, then do it the right way. It's the right way to do everything at the end of the day, is what I'm trying to say.
Now, Prez, are you talking to me specifically when you said that my emotions are not in it? Because sometimes they do get in it, you know? That's why I get into my periods of time where it's like I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lose today, where I will take I will get out of this trade with the smallest of profit because it's just not gonna be a losing day or a losing week for me. So
Okay.
that's how I guess I control my emotions because in order to really be able to scale up, I have to be in that place where I am having my emotions in check because
Mhm.
depending on how many contracts I have, I potentially even if I lose a small amount per contract, it's all relative to the amount that you have out there.
Right.
So I remember one morning I was in a trade with you, and at one point I was down well over $100 because of the
Mhm.
amount of contracts that I had.
Right.
But thankfully, I played it cool and I wrote it out and we wound up in profit that day. This is a few weeks back, so I
I
can't remember.
remember. I
You
remember.
remember? But
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
I when I told you the amount that I was down at one point, you didn't know because I mean, I was just watching you through the live on this particular
Mhm.
day. So you didn't know how many contracts that I got into with you. But
Mhm.
that's what was impacting the loss when as we were waiting for it to come
It
back.
does add up when you have more contracts than you either more contracts than you normally used to dealing with. It can be a little. It can seem a little bit scary when you're in the trade, even though you're using a stop loss, but you shouldn't have had that many contracts.
No, I was okay. I mean, it's not I mean, like you said, I have to do it in a responsible way. I'm not out
Mhm.
here gambling. If I was to lose $200, I'm not gonna cry about it, but
Right.
and I'm not gonna stop trading. It wouldn't turn me off to stop, it wouldn't make me take a break from trading or anything.
Mhm.
So, I would just say, "Hey, maybe next time I need to start a little smaller, scale it down a little, build my
Yeah.
way back up." Make sure that I look at the indicators and have more confidence in a trade
Mhm.
because the $200, that's a trip to the supermarket.
Yeah. But in
Um,
situations like that where I feel as though I bit off a little more than I can chew, to where as though my position size was, I call myself trying to scale up, for example, and I just wasn't ready to scale up just yet, and I took that small loss, and the next day I'd either may cut my position size in half or trade really small to build that confidence level back up because I got spanked the day before because I try to be greedy. That's where it
mhm.
comes to greed. You got to keep that greed emotion in check because greed will kill you as well as fear. Fear will also kill you in the world of trading. You got to have both of those emotions in check, well balanced.
We have a question here about ODFL. Old Dominion, no, I do not have that in my portfolio.
Me
Do
either, but it's
mhm.
a very, very good company. I'm in the warehouse field. as far as employment, and I've been in warehouses for years. So that's one of the main carriers that I always see as
Mhm.
far as the trailers. Like they carry a lot of different types of freight. A lot of different types of freight come through Old Dominion Freight Lines.
Yep. So Stock David said, yeah, 6,000 on the S&P. It's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when, but I agree. Bubble Chaser is talking about my comment about the car. Yes, I know it is a lot of responsibility and liability, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
also a landlord. Sometimes we have to do these things. Thankfully, my tenants pay. I haven't had any like real drama having to evict anyone or anything like that, but it's a part of the type of investments that I am, exploring right now. So I don't know that I will do that, but I was doing a little research on some of the specifics with it, how many miles a car can have, and just looking at what type of cars are available in a close radius to me. I think
Mm-hmm.
it might have been fun to get like a slingshot, those three-wheel motorcycles, something fun like that to rent
Yeah.
out in the summer
Uh-huh.
for, people. But yeah, the liability would be a lot. But I
Yeah.
I wanted to I was thinking about something different to rent that people might want for special occasion or stuff like that. Any other comments that you wanna touch on, Prez? Let's see. Anybody have any questions? Because we don't really have too much.
A smart
Um,
investment I made was with Progressive, the insurance company, and Shell Gas. That do sound like a very smart investment decision. I do believe Shell Gas bought out Volta, the electric charging company. Yeah, I believe they bought them out, and that was the charging stations that you would see at your local giant food market or your Tanger outlet stores where you can plug your electric vehicle up free of charge, and it had the advertisement on the LED screen. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? You never seen them?
Charging stations with
Yeah,
Prez, I'm listening to you.
I was asking you, have you seen them?
Have I seen them?
Have
No, I
you ever
haven't
seen them
seen them.
before?
I haven't seen I don't think I've ever seen them, but it's something that I probably don't pay attention to. I know
Hmm.
that, like, at the mall and, like, sometimes, like, mostly at the mall or, like, if there's, like, a shopping plaza that has, like, a McDonald's, sometimes I see, like, the line of chargers, on the outside part, but I don't have an electric vehicle, so I don't pay much attention to it. Um, and I had a bad experience with that charge point, so I don't look at those
I had a
things.
bad experience with Volta. Like I had just finally decided to just cut my losses right before they was bought out by Shell. But I was buying it at like $4, almost $5 a share, and that thing bled all the way down to like 89 cents. It was like this is the worst investment decision I ever made in my life. But I was new. I was new. I didn't know what I was doing. Like nobody. It's not an instruction manual on how to invest. You can only go off of what the so-called greats have done in the past and things like that. But do you really want to trust them? Because everybody done made mistakes in the market. Even the so-called greats and the institutions, they done got it wrong
Mhm,
too. So
mhm. So Don is saying that what you said was he agrees. You're correct on what you were saying about that acquisition, and
okay, he bought it when they
that's when he
bought them.
bought. Yeah,
Smart man.
yeah. So what else? Vinny plans to invest into Roku based on Netflix earnings. Okay. Yeah, so when is Netflix coming up on Wednesday this week? So,
Yeah.
yeah, speaking of my tenants, I have a tenant that pays by check in the mail. She's an older lady. She doesn't know how to use a smartphone or anything. Because I know you guys are probably thinking. Because I have a friend that's renting right now, and she's like, "I pay by Venmo. Like, who pays by check?" And I'm like, "She's an older lady. She lives alone. I'm trying to let her still be able to handle. She handles her bills by herself.
Mhm.
But." She cannot use a smartphone. She cannot text me a picture of an issue. I have to go there and look and figure it out with her, and she pays by check in the mail.
Sound
And
like my grandma.
her check got lost, and I had to call her and tell her that I didn't receive her rent, and we had to figure it out, and she was so upset. But I assured her, I was like, "I know it's 100% that it got lost," because she is so conscientious. The first never comes, and the rent check is not sitting here already post dated.
Mhm. Wow.
She would never pay the rent late, but it is lost, and it still hasn't turned up, and it's the 13th, never turned up. I think it got delivered to the wrong house and they threw it away or something, who knows? But she just cannot.
Wow.
She's so stressed out. I had her stressed out for days about this, but ah.
Stock Talk David says his dad still drives to the bank to check his account.
To check the
Wow.
account. Oh, she doesn't.
Wow.
Now this lady, she at least knows how to call the 800 number because I know I'm pretty sure she does that. Well, I could be wrong because there is a bank down the road from the
Mhm.
property. Maybe she does go there and check the account. Because another thing with her, the check has to be like cashed by like the first or second. It has to be processed.
Mhm.
So, I can't slack or be away on the first because her check has to get cashed. Or she'll be like, calling me.
Gone are the times of primitive technology, like times we had before the internet even existed.
Uh-huh.
I was just talking to a family member earlier today. I was like, man, I wish we can go back to the times where before the internet even it was even existed. You had to, like, if you got somebody's phone number on the street, you had to write it down on a piece of paper or on your hand or on your shirt or something like that. You get home, you got all these little pieces of paper with phone numbers in it. Like, he was like, I can't even remember a lot of people with phone numbers by heart because they stored into my phone. I said, yeah, I only know 3 phone numbers by heart. Mine, my children's mom, and my grandmother's, because she's had that
Yeah.
same phone number for over 50 years. So
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
she
it's
still has a
terrible.
landline
Yeah. That is a
with
huge issue.
three-way.
That is a huge issue. If something was to happen, if I was separated from my phone, I guess I would have to get on a computer and get on my I don't even know how I would figure out somebody's phone number. Because even looking at the phone number, I would still have to tie it to when did I talk to the person if I was to pull
Mhm.
up my bill. It's such a crazy thing. I still remember my childhood phone number. I do too.
So do I.
I
And
do too.
address. The very first
Mhm.
address that I can remember being taught. Yeah, I still remember
Yeah.
it.
Um, so yeah, we're not talking stock talk over here. Do we have any more stock talk?
Did we?
Huh?
I think we covered them all.
You
I
think we
believe we
covered it?
did.
Okay,
Tesla,
so
the robo taxi event, Nvidia, Uber, Palantir. I believe we covered them all. Yeah, I think we did.
So I'm looking at here, I have some notes here. ARM Holdings,
Mhm.
they might have a role in the new iPhone. So we never really did talk about the iPhone event, the glow time, but that was a couple weeks ago. So they unveiled the iPhone 16. So we'll see with their enhanced AI how, just like I was touching on, Palantir and Tesla. We'll see how ARM and Apple, working together, how those 2 companies may be impacted and may grow from, uh, having to partner due to AI, getting AI technology going, and, um, we already touched on what Tesla has going on.
Mhm.
But how's everything been, Prez?
Could be. I actually just took a note of I want to take a
Mhm.
closer look into it before the week is out. I'm just curious. But everything is doing okay on my end. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
That's
Work
good,
in
that's good.
progress.
So me and Prez, we were going back because I was saying that the stock market is open tomorrow, and Prez was saying
Hmm.
it wasn't. And then I don't know. Some markets are bond market, some markets are impacted, others are not. But I think it's mostly just a banking holiday.
Hmm.
But I think the stock market should be open regular until Thanksgiving is the next major holiday. I think that the stock market should be closed, but
What I saw, if I were reading it correctly, it said that the bond markets are closed tomorrow, but the stock
mhm,
market is open.
okay.
But it's like some trades won't settle until the trades from Friday won't settle until Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So those with cash accounts may not have those settled funds until Tuesday. I'm guessing. I
Okay.
hope that's not the case, but that may be the case. Just be prepared.
Okay. So guys, if you're watching from my side, I just dropped Prez's channel link. If you're not already subscribed to his channel, if you haven't given us a thumbs up yet today, please take a second, close the chat if you're on your phone and go ahead and do that. I just gave you thumbs up number 13 on your side, Prez, because I had not done that. Um,
Or
did you give me a thumbs up, Prez?
of course I did. I sure
Okay.
did. Before the show even started.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's all good. I ain't mad at you, Miss Lisa.
Listen.
What y'all thought about Disney? It's like 60% off its all-time high. Hmm. My views on Disney, I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see Disney going anywhere. Um, hmm. I really don't know what to say about Disney. To be totally honest, I really don't know what to say about Disney. What's your views on Disney, Lisa?
Disney has been, it's been frustrating, but I'm glad that it's a smaller position. Disney and Target have been have not performed the way that I expected when I added
Hmm.
them into my quote unquote growth portfolio.
Hmm.
I could have done without either one of them. I'm still holding both. I could have done without either one of them or just gotten some more Nvidia or Amazon or something or or went with Costco or Walmart instead.
Right.
But it is what it is. I'm going to just hold on to them until they're in a better place. But Target, thankfully, I'm up slightly on my Target, but my Disney is red. My Disney is significantly down. My average on Disney, let's see. My average on Disney is still $116. So,
Mm,
um,
okay.
so
Forever
it is
Dream
what it
says
is.
Disney is doing a blockbusters. I don't think so. They own ESPN, they own Hulu, so they're into the streaming business, which is the direction that modern society seems to be going. Streaming, artificial intelligence is like stay home, own nothing, and be happy. That's what the powers that be seems like they want us to do. So why not capitalize on it by making money off of these companies?
Yeah, yeah. I know you have positions in your portfolio that you're able to keep at 1%. I I
Hmm.
I can't seem to keep anything at 1%, but Disney is not a significant, for me. It's less than 3%.
Okay.
And I'm glad because, even if it I don't I can have the vision for it, but, who wants to have to deal with looking at this for the next 15 years or so
Hmm.
before it's really in a good place when the investments at the top of my portfolio are easily up 50, 30 percent or more.
Hmm.
So yeah, but it is what it is. I think they'll turn around. It's a legacy long time company. And in time with the economy, um, people will get back to going there. So, and the all the aspects of their streaming services, hopefully they'll start to thrive in all areas and the stock will recover. But I'm just going to be holding until.
I don't think they're going anywhere. They'll in time. I feel as though they will recover because of mainly because of streaming. Mainly because of streaming. Never mind the theme parks and things of that nature in their video catalog and all of that. They got ESPN, they got Hulu, and Disney Plus.
Okay. Okay. So, Prez, anything else you want to cover? Does anybody have any questions, comments, suggestions? What do you guys think of the time slot? Is everyone in the chat an investor, or are you guys, is there anyone out there that's still trying to figure it out and hasn't gotten started with their investing yet?
I think they like the time slot.
You
I
think they
think
like
so.
it?
I think they
Well,
like the time slot.
can you guys answer for yourselves?
7.2% up on my Disney, 1% of my portfolio. I got into Disney when it dropped, and Lisa was talking about it. Smiles. Oh, Lydia says, I love this time slot. See, I told
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I told
Oh,
you.
yeah. Thank you for
Perfect
sharing.
Dream Animation said time slot works for me too. All right. All right. Prime time. Prime time.
Okay. And there's less football on at, in the evening than in the
Right.
day.
It's only one game. I think one, maybe
One
two
game.
games on. Well, at one point it was just one. I think they changed it. Now it's two. There's only one game on it this time. And I'm not
But
even interested in it. My team already won for the day. So
can you see Don's comment? Creating a GTA?
I'm looking at creating a GTA 6 portfolio. Microsoft,
Microsoft,
Nvidia,
Nvidia,
Walmart.
Walmart. I don't know what
What's that? Take
TTWO is.
Two and AMD. What is TT2?
I don't know what GTA is.
Grand Theft Auto is a video game.
Oh, what?
Take Two
Press.
Interactive Software. Okay. It's a video game. I can't wait. I can't I can't wait. Like everybody got their own toys. Some people like cars and some people like expensive jewelry and stuff like that. Nah, not me. Just give me Grand Theft Auto. I'm good. In my spare time. I have nowhere near as much time to play it as I did back in the early Grand Theft Auto days when I was pissing my life away. Take
Yeah,
Two,
I was
aka
never
also
too
known
good.
as Rockstar Games. Okay. Something like that would be more like a swing trade for me. I wouldn't be holding on to them long because once the game hype is all said and done with, and they done made all the money off of the profits off of the new game, because it's gonna make a lot of money because they've been anticipating this game for a couple of years now. So the game is definitely gonna do well because they're putting a lot of money and technology into it.
Mhm.
But that's not something that I would like to hold on for forever. You understand what I'm saying? That's something I would hold it by the rumor, sell the news type of event for me.
Okay. Okay.
But
All
it may
right,
not be
guys.
a bad idea. I just wouldn't be have that be the main sole focus of my investments. Not saying that you are going to do it like that, but to anybody else who may want to get that idea in their head, make sure you got a good sound, balanced, well balanced portfolio first before you start venturing off into projects like that. Because there's nothing wrong with it, but just keep it all separate, like putting money in different pockets. A little bit in your sock for the bully that's coming down the street. That's the IRS.
Okay. So did anybody catch the live on Tuesday? Prez and I were live together on Tuesday, accidentally live. Um, I didn't realize it was public. So it was probably the best live ever because we were just so chill and cool and just like
Mhm.
laid back. And then I realized that we were public live. So did anybody cash
What?
out one the other day? I know Trudy said she missed it. Trudy always misses the live. The besides the Sunday live. Sometimes she catches the Sunday live, but every other time
Mhm.
she says she doesn't get the notification, she misses it. All right. So, guys, if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to both of our channels and
That's a
keep an
good
eye
point,
out.
Fever Dreams. That's a good point. Video game sector is high risk with failures like MetaQuest VR, for example. Yeah, that thing was a flop. So yeah, that is something to take into consideration when you taking on projects, starting projects like that. Like it's risky. So be aware of your position size. One, like don't make that the sole key focus of where you putting all your spare funds at trying to grow your capital because it is high risk. Like, what if it's a flop? Like, yeah, we like it, but what if it comes out and the whole gameplay is glitchy or something like that? They got to iron out kinks and things like that. So it could dramatically affect the share price, the share value and appreciation of these companies. If this video game come out and flop, it's risky. It's like a coin flip. Be careful.
So, Fever Dream, if you don't mind sharing, do you use a stop loss? Do you have like a whole investing plan when you get into something like this?
I believe that was Don that said he has he was yeah, that was Don.
Oh, it's done. Sorry.
That's creating the Grand Theft Auto 6 portfolio. Yeah, that was Don.
'Cause I think that is what would have saved us if we had a plan and had that stop loss set. So even if we
Yeah,
were at
yeah.
work, living life, giving grandma a ride to the store, whatever, if something happens, you know, our tolerance would have been set within the system and we would have been cut out of it and, you know, lived into another day to trade another day and come up with another investment strategy instead of going down
Fat
with
Sadie
the
says,
ship.
are we both holding cash just in case of a market drop? Me personally, no. What I am doing is trying to increase my income, how much is coming in, so that I'm able to, if and when that does happen, I'm able to comfortably increase my regular amount that I normally would invest weekly anyway. So that's how I plan on navigating that. As far as having cash sitting on the sidelines, I much rather have the cash working. So I probably will never be the type of an investor to have cash sitting on the sidelines waiting for a market crash because we can't time the market. As you can see, the S&P just made all-time highs yet again. So you could be potentially missing out. I understand people's logic when they say that, but that's mainly because they have large sums of cash that they're able to have on the sideline sitting. As far as me, I'm just a small fish in a big pond. So I ain't got it like that to just have cash sitting on the side. I got my emergency fund and I got my amount that I'm willing to invest regularly, comfortably on a regular basis. And in the meantime, I'm eliminating as much debt as I possibly can and increasing my income, creating
Mhm.
more streams of income, that things of that nature. So that when it does happen, I'm prepared for it.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as Prez right now, where my investing I might not be able to invest as heavily as I want, even if there is a pullback, because I have to prioritize having funds available for other things that I have going on.
Hmm. It's rough out here. It's hard out here. It's hard out here,
So,
especially
Vinny,
with inflation and more inflation, and it's been crazy. It's been
mhm,
crazy.
Prez, check out Vinny's comment.
Yeah, I was just reading it. I can't lie. Watching you guys help me on my investments journey. just hit a milestone and finally hit the 25K mark. That is awesome. That is awesome.
That
Shout
is.
out to Vinnie Mac for hitting that milestone.
That
Hopefully,
is.
everyone in the chat gives Mr. Vinnie Mac some congratulations on hitting that 25K milestone. Next one should be 50K. Push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Keep your risk low. Stay away from those risky Wall Street bets, and you'll go a long way.
Press, I am a mess with this phone. Congratulations, Vinny. That is awesome. Just yeah, keep it going. They said that to getting to that first 100,000 is the hardest, but once you get there,
Hmm.
they say it grows. It just the compound interest. Um, just got to invest when you can sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, you do. Like it's okay if you have to miss a week because you got responsibilities. It's okay. Just don't stop completely. And once you do get a chance to start back up, try to make up for that time you missed. Try to potentially double down. You're gonna get a lump sum of money, whether it be income tax return or you got a settlement check coming or something like that. Use it wisely. Don't go out here splurging. Don't go out here splurging, having these seafood boils and you
Press, I
taking
don't know
cruise
about this.
trips and posting all these pictures on social media. I'm not trying to get on anybody, but this is what I see in my
Yeah.
social media feed. Like, you must have just got some money because I ain't seen you on social media in a minute. And now here you are, you in the Bahamas somewhere, or you in Vegas somewhere taking all these pictures. You taking pictures with different celebrities and stuff like that. Like they don't care about you. They got their bag. You gotta put your money to work. You'll get your chance to go and travel. Retirement. If you retire early, that's more time you have to travel and enjoy the world and see the world. As for me, I'm not even thinking about traveling right now. I'm trying to get my money up. I would much rather have land. I feel as though owning that land is more valuable than going out and seeing the world. Like, I'm from here. This is my home. If my home ain't straight, why would I want to go and see somebody else's home?
Me and Press agree on a lot, but not everything.
I'm not knocking
No,
anybody. If that's what
no.
you choose to do, make sure that you have your priorities in order. Make sure that you're at least investing some of
Yes.
that extra spare money that you're getting in. It's like it's okay to live. I mean, I'm not saying be a hermit or anything like that. You don't have to be like I'm a boring person. I'm a boring, simple guy, and I'm okay with that. That's just who I am. But I'm happy. I'm content. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. My children are healthy. Like, everybody's good. So I'm good with that. I don't need to go out and I'm an old man.
You're not, Press. You're not at all.
I just look young.
Word, thanks for tuning in.
Shout out to Coach D. I was in his stream a couple days ago. I was talking to him. He ain't even see me. I was like, he don't see me. He don't see me.
Word, the word be on so late.
Yeah.
He goes, he
It's
just
been a
gets
couple days. It's been a couple days lately. He's been coming on early, like in the later
11.
evening. No,
Oh,
early,
oh, oh,
like
oh,
in the
yeah, yeah,
evening,
yeah,
like
yeah.
around the 6, 7 o'clock hour Eastern time.
Yeah, I
Vivid and
haven't.
Kim, welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you had an awesome weekend. Vivid
Okay,
and
Press.
Kim, he sent me a really inspiring comment a while back, and wow, every time I see him in the chat, I was like, wow, like that was really heartwarming. Like I was like, wow, that's all I want to do is just to get somebody who's not investing to get started the right way, not trying to become a millionaire overnight. Doing it the right way. It takes
Mhm,
time. It's not going to happen overnight. May
mhm.
take you 20, 30 years.
It sure has taken me that long. So,
Especially
yeah, well,
especially if you're in the low income bracket or something like that. You can still do it. Even
yeah.
with a McDonald's type of salary, a low income type of salary, you can still do it. It's just gonna
Mhm,
take you a little bit longer. But that's when you create those extra streams of income. Start a side hustle. You can buy some socks wholesale and sell that. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
You
You can
know,
make t-shirts. Like you may be good with art. You can like design your own t-shirts and sell them at the flea market. It's all kind of ways you can make money. It's no excuse.
and then
Gambling
invest
ain't
the
one of them
money.
though.
I have to tell you, there is a 19-year-old young man that wants to talk to us about getting started with a saving and investing plan. So we have to make a time slot, hopefully, to work with him. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Hmm.
You
No, I
do?
don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, I'll tell you
I
offline.
don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. But, if you guys don't have any other questions or comments, we're probably gonna be wrapping up. We've been on for an hour in our later time slot. So, guys, let me know what you guys think of 9 o'clock. Prez, it's gonna be 9 o'clock.
Yes,
It's gonna
yes,
be? Okay.
yes, that
Alright.
works for me.
So, guys, hopefully we will be here again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I'm on the ball, maybe I'll still be able to do something in the 3 o'clock, something short in the 3 o'clock time slot that we used to have going forward. But we will be live with our Sunday Stock Talk on Sunday nights for now due to Prez's new schedule. But
Hmm.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, we're about to end. This is your last chance. No, it's not. You can still give a thumbs up on the replay, but give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. If you're interested in opening a new account, you can do that. You can check out our links that are in the description. And we both have channel membership also. So that is a way that you can support the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a good week. If you guys have kids off of school tomorrow, hang in there.
I'm
I
praying for
know
you. Hang in there. Hang in there.
hopefully it won't be too much of a crazy week with this holiday going on. I know it's a holiday in my area. There's no school. Um, I don't know. They went from calling it Indigenous people to Italian heritage to whatever the day is. It is what it
Don't
is.
get me started.
There's just
Don't get
no
me
school
started.
tomorrow. So
I
have a
may have
good
to dedicate a whole separate channel to issues like that because don't get me started. You start saying the numbers of people in the chat start go down like, oh, he going off. Like he going off again. But yeah,
Hey, hey Sledge, thanks for popping in. We're about to wrap up. Thanks for everybody who uh checked out my video earlier this afternoon. Please have the notification bell on for anything that we have going on. And as I said, please subscribe to both of our channels. We're still working on building up our channels and we have goals that we are trying to reach. So, Prez, any closing words? Anything else?
yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Since school is closed tomorrow, how about this? This is an idea. How about beginning that conversation, if you have not done so already, of teaching your children good, smart money habits?
The kids are off. The parents may have to work or work while they're
If you're
trying.
home with the children tomorrow, this could be something, a good activity to keep everyone mind occupied on something positive.
Definitely. Agreed, agreed. I know I made my daughter do when she got out of school early one day, I made her do her investing herself because I have been doing it a lot because she was in school. By the time she gets home and take the bus and do what, she's just not
Hmm.
here during the daytime to do the fractional shares herself. So,
Hmm.
but I was glad she was moving fast. The only thing she was stumbling a little bit with is she didn't know what Home Depot was when she was doing her investments. But we were just doing a little recap, looking at the performance and going over what the ticker symbols are and all of that. But she remembered how to navigate that Fidelity app and get her investments in there. So yes, agreed. Prez's 9-year-old might put some adults to shame with what he probably knows already. So he's
Yeah,
saying. what he's saying, we're actually doing this in our households and trying to bring the kids along with us on this journey to have a better understanding of the
We gotta
power
break this.
of
We gotta break this
investing.
poverty cycle, especially
Yeah.
if this applies to you. We gotta break this poverty cycle. Like I don't know how old you are currently. Um, like I feel as though if it's too late for me, it's not gonna be too late for them because I'm gonna make sure they know they gotta work hard. They know they gotta put their money to work. They know they gotta keep their wants and needs in proper alignment
Mhm.
where you got to have your needs prioritized more than your wants. Them wants will come later. They can hurt you. Them wants can hurt you right now. You don't need them right now.
Great advice, especially for young people getting started,
Yeah.
because if you get out there in the world and create a situation where every last dollar is spent, the rent,
Mm,
the car, the every that and there's nothing left for saving and investing, that's not the start that we wanna,
no.
that's not what we're trying to instill in our young people that are around us. So, yes, great advice, Prez. So, I'm ready to turn in. I'm ready to start to wind down. You have a good, week at work, and I will be here trading tomorrow morning without you. And
Oh. I may be able to sneak one in. I may be able to sneak one in. I may have to take a
you're not
bathroom.
gonna be sharing it with me though. You're not
I
gonna be
may have to
live.
take a unauthorized bathroom break and real quick and like let me see something real quick.
But yeah, I'll see if I have any updates from my discords or any alerts that I need to get going. I usually try to set my alerts, my
Mm,
price levels that I want to set alerts for in my Weeble app on Sunday night. So
yeah.
I have know what I'm going to keep my eye on when Monday morning comes. So, all right then. Good night, press.
Good night.